It's a flat Earth.
Oh my gosh.
That's the big thing.
You're saying
The way that the countries that we see it, like this, I think it's not like that. I think it's literally. Episode 20. What's going on, everybody? Javi here.
Gustavo, what's up?
What up? What up? What up?
I was about to do like this, but I wasn't trying to remember.
Yeah, that's this way. Yeah, you
Oh,
smart,
so,
boy. You already know you look fresh too, boys. Fresh out the shower.
You already know I gotta get clean, feel
Right.
good, smell good.
Yep. When's the last time you get a haircut? I mean, right now it looks like you haven't got a haircut, but
I mean, just got it the one
because you got the
time.
wash
Yeah.
recently. That last time, about a month and a half ago.
I mean, when it was long until when I cut it.
Dang, yo. I might get my own haircut soon. I might cut my own hair.
This hair?
Yeah, all that hair.
Yeah.
Booty hole. I'm just kidding.
Whoa, okay. Episode 20's in the wraps.
Yeah.
Appreciate you guys watching, tuning in, listening.
No. Here we go.
So what are we talking about? Talking about some soccer, FIFA World Cup.
Yep.
We're gonna talk about some FTX.
Yep.
All right.
We're gonna talk about voting.
Okay,
Talk
voting.
about that. Yep.
And
Talk about more soccer, my personal soccer.
all right.
Yep. So that's what's on the agenda for today.
Actually, when I was about to shower, Tyler called me finally.
Okay. Dang. Maybe next episode.
I was like, that's what he said. I was like, we're trying to test something out. Well, what we were talking about is earlier we were messing with this, and as far as like getting guests on the podcast without them having to be here, it's a virtual world now, so it's all online. So yeah, we're gonna get some people on here. We got to figure something out. Figure out a direction we want to take, and we're gonna get some guests on to talk.
So if you want to be a guest, let us know. We'll get you on here,
know.
hear about your points of views, your perspectives on life and everything.
Yeah.
And then go from there.
So yeah, we were just figuring out, messing with it. It's pretty simple actually. You hook the phone up with the Bluetooth on this little thing here. You're good to go. Everything syncs up. Don't have to worry about anything in post. It's all simple for the most part.
All right, well, I feel like we got a lot of things to talk about today, so I'm going to get my stuff out the way.
Go ahead.
My soccer stuff. Getting straight to the point, we did not win our conference championship. We lost in the semis.
Dang.
We lost in the semis, and the team that beat us lost in the final to the team that's won it for the past 7 years in a row, who's William Carey. We in that game we scored in the first minute. Literally, it was 58 seconds in. We scored a lovely goal, a lot of 5 or 6 passes in a row, and lovely through ball. Player named Hannah, she finished it. I was like, let's go. I was bag secured. But as sports, and as life goes on, you never really know what's going to happen. So in the last minute of the first half, they scored a goal. The win was wicked. It was crazy win. Our goalkeeper went to go clear the ball, and the ball went. She went to go clear it out of bounds. Because literally 15 seconds left. So we were trying to just manage the game. She went to go kick it out, and the wind ended up keeping the ball in bounds. And then the other team basically somehow ended up getting the ball, and they went and drove the goal and shot and scored. And it was 1-1 halftime. We were like, dang. Second half started. There was some halftime drama, but we ain't gonna worry about that. Second half started.
So they had that momentum going into the second half.
And then we lost it. And then they ended up scoring they scored a banger, honestly. My head coach, he started clapping. And I don't know if he was clapping that was a good goal, or clapping we got to start playing for real right now. It was one or the other. Upper 90. Our goalkeeper, she's honestly a great goalkeeper. Her name is Courtney. And she just could not save that. It was perfectly placed.
I took a shot like that yesterday.
Yeah. But, so our season's over with. So yesterday you had a game where you said you scored. What was the score of your game?
We lost 4-3 in our open league. Yeah, that's over now. It was the first game of playoffs.
Dang.
And we should have won that game too. When I say, sometimes people say the refs won the game.
Yeah.
They legitimately won because of the ref, the guy. Like I said, one of the goals was he called a goal. The goalkeeper saved it, and it went a foot out, and he jumped on it, and he called it a goal. And I was in defense. It was nowhere even near the line. I have no clue how it was a goal. And the second one that they scored that should not have been a goal was on a free kick. So we're back, and I was in front, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then he's saying back up, so I'm backing up. And as I'm backing up, the guy just kicks it. It wasn't on whistle. He just did the free kick, and no one was ready. No one was set. Nothing.
Dang.
It was bull. Whatever. It is what it is. So y'all actually will play that team next week, I think.
Yeah, we played them in the semifinal.
So
yeah, so they lost in the quarterfinal.
I'll be there. Oh, there was actually a fight. They were fighting too. I don't know if we said that yesterday. That team and my team.
Oh, against a fist fight?
Yes, some people were hitting each other.
Were you already left or what?
No, it was in the middle of the game. It was the first half.
You didn't,
or maybe it was no, it was the second half.
No hits.
No, I don't know. I don't know that team like that enough to want to jump in with them.
Yeah, that's crazy.
I mean, if it was our old team, you know, I played with them for years now, so they'd be different. But this team, I mean, I don't really know any of them.
Yeah.
But
You want to get knocked out or anything or no?
No. So
man, I feel like
one of the players, if you've seen him, you'll know if I point him out. The older Mexican guy, he's short.
I saw his face.
He's always
was he a player?
He always wears long shorts.
And he plays.
Yes. Anyways,
on your team?
Yeah. So someone fouled him, and then he's like pulling back, and they kicked him like the back of his heel, and he goes and he starts going to swing, and then Raul comes running, and then he puts the guy in the headlock. Raul got a red card.
For putting him in the headlock.
Well, he got a yellow the first half. In the second half, he was given another yellow. So
Yeah.
he was out. So we were down, like the last 20 minutes. They were down a player, and we still, they just couldn't score.
They were down a player too.
They could not score. I was defense, so you know.
I'm looking. I mean, I'm looking kind of glad you guys lost to an extent. Because y'all would have played our team, we would have spanked y'all around, boy.
My team's not bad. I promise.
Like,
You wouldn't be able to score on me.
The team that I joined, honestly, they are solid.
All right.
Like, I'm like, let's go. But yeah, we're talking about one thing to another. We're talking about fights. There was you see the Fury family,
Tyson Fury and all them.
Tyson Fury and all of them. I were messing with Jake Paul the other day. Honestly, just all that. Obviously, just like social media, YouTube drama type stuff like that. But sometimes it's just funny to see like how.
So wait, what was going on?
I feel like everything in life's like an orchestra, to just like a big old play.
Yeah, but what's happened is what I'm asking you.
So basically, the younger brother,
Jake.
who's married to they were all on Love Island.
Yeah.
I can't think of his name, but I feel like if you knew who I was talking about.
Yeah. People know.
Tommy. His name is Tommy.
Yeah.
So he won his fight, and then Jake Paul was was watching it because there's a lot of fighters. I think he was supporting somebody that was like a girl female who was fighting with. I don't know the whole sense why he was there, but after Tommy won, they gave him the mic. He was talking. He was like, "I want to call out this one." Started using some profanity, and Jake was like, they just started arguing in the court, on the ringside,
Mm-hmm.
and Jake's on the sideline, and Tommy's like, come up in this ring, if you're no little bitch, all this stuff, like basically trying to demand something from him, but Jake just sat there, just sitting there just chilling,
Yeah.
and he didn't go anyways. The dad ended up getting upset, so he took his shirt off. Wasn't a fight? He took his shirt off and threw it. He started yelling at Jake Paul, and then afterwards, somebody else, Jake Paul and Andrew Tate, they went face off.
Oh yeah, I saw that.
Yeah, so honestly, that's why actually the day about is Jake Paul really gonna fight Andrew?
I don't know.
I don't see the brother fighting nobody. Logan, I don't see him really fighting anybody.
No, he doesn't do any of that. I think he lost too many times. So
And he actually tore his whole knee got destroyed.
I think that's what he said. I don't know if he was just saying that or not.
I'm pretty sure that happened because injuries like that, he's an amateur, so he's probably winning things. He's like, I'm gonna do the best of things, and he probably really did tear his ACL, MCL, all that meniscus.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, we're talking about this fighting and stuff. Would you want to get in a ring and fight like that? Then you could do it.
Fight who?
I mean,
Fight you?
I'll beat you.
Right.
No, just fight. Because every once in a while I'm on YouTube and sometimes it gives you recommended channels.
I wouldn't be opposed to it, I guess.
Have you ever seen Street Beefs?
I mean, that's just, was that the one where they're in the backyard?
The backyard, little octagon, they start fighting.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
I'd just be more afraid of breaking something in my face and having to get surgery or something like that.
They just don't get hit. Like Floyd Mayweather. Floyd Mayweather fought the other day.
It was some guy in Asia, right?
Yeah, his name was Deji. I think it was that guy, KSI's little brother.
Floyd didn't fight him, did he?
Yeah, he fought him yesterday. He knocked him out in the 6th round.
I didn't know that.
Floyd Mayweather had a fight this last weekend.
I didn't see that.
And
yeah, Floyd fights anyone that makes him money.
Yeah.
He doesn't do professional stuff. He said that recently. He's just doing it to make money.
Yeah, I don't want to say this one counted towards his record, but I mean,
no, yeah, it doesn't. They're
he's
not
honestly
professional
one of the
fights.
greatest fighters in the world, ever to live.
For boxing, yeah.
Boxing, yeah, just because his record speaks for itself. He's 50 and 0, and that's wild. Imagine a fight.
I think there's
you're talking about you're scared breaking something this guy's fought 50 fights, and I don't think he's had any real injuries.
Yeah, no, I was thinking more UFC type fighting. That's first thing that came to my head.
Yeah.
Not boxing for some reason. But I mean, if I was practicing or something like that,
Yeah,
I think I could be a good fighter.
heck yeah.
We will bet on some people.
I don't think I would want to do boxing. I would rather do UFC, my style. I think I'm more of a get close up personal and pin you, knock you, like not make you like pass out, or
Yeah.
I mean stuff like that. I mean, if I feel like I could train, it would be a good boxer too. Cause I have a nice little combo. Back in my university days, one of my friends, he had boxing gloves, and one weekend we were like, actually this happened several times. We just went and got the gloves out. We just put them on. We were walking around campus, basically just like tossing the gloves people, like basically like that. And we would start fighting with the gloves on, you know.
Yeah.
And me and the guy who actually had the gloves, it was Justin. We put gloves on in our dorm, so it was like a little small little like five. It was probably like
Fighting in dorms and
seven by
fighting with this
8
like
feet.
hard floor and hard ground doesn't make any sense to me. Anytime I see videos like that, I'm like, that. I mean,
a recipe for disaster.
yeah, I mean, just doesn't make sense. But oftentimes it's just younger people who aren't really thinking, or they just think they're invincible or something.
Yeah, well, I was invincible because I didn't get hit really. I had with a nice 3-piece combo because at the time, every once in a while I get a little phase where I just like watch like fighting stuff and whatnot. But it was one of those times where I was like watching like boxing videos, like combinations. It's like a 1, 2, 3, like a 1, 2, 3, and I was like, okay, if I can get this down, I can get him good. So I ended up getting him good, and yeah, I apply that to all my boxing matches. So if I was to compete, you know, I would have to get more combinations down. The real key in fighting is obviously is throwing the punches. That's the biggest thing.
I don't know. I think dodging might be more.
No, I feel like anything like offense is the best form of defense. Like if you're just gonna sit there and just never punch, it's like you're playing Call of Duty. Like if you shoot somebody, you see them, and you try to duck, and you come up, and you about to shoot, but they shoot as you're coming up. Like they have the advantage because they're already shooting, they're already doing it in the action. You know what I'm saying? Like just the other day, I was like, damn, this guy can kill me. And like he saw me peek. I went to make sure I went to go get my stuff right, and I came back up. He was already like pre-firing. I mean, he was shooting first. It's like in a race. They do the same in sports too. Like
You're also playing a big ass
someone
TV
gets
and
the
an
head
old
start.
Xbox, so it lags. Like things like that. You think it doesn't make a difference, but even my TV, it's a newer TV.
yeah,
It's still like
my TV is new.
it's
just
still like a
old.
lag. My TV's like.
No,
That's why a lot of
LG.
people like you'll just roast people for playing on like TVs instead of monitors. A lot of people playing like 28-inch monitors or 31 or 32.
Had that 58 inch.
And it's like no lag. That's what I'm saying. We always played on TVs. Like growing up, we never like played on monitors. We played on
Man, maybe if we really like competed. I mean, back in the day, I was in a clan called MVP. I think. Was it LG? I think that's when I made it was MVP.
Yeah.
I was in one called like. Dang,
It wasn't as good as me, but
I was the
it
best.
still ain't.
I'll call anybody in Macon, Georgia. I was the best Call of Duty person in the whole city when I was younger.
I don't know.
At one point, at one time, because there's always like up and down. Like I was the best. There was a time where you was good. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to say the best because you guys speak for yourself.
I'm always the best. So FTX, if y'all haven't heard, that's a crypto exchange,
Crazy.
and I mean they're just falling apart. They claimed bankruptcy a few days ago.
Yeah,
I
they basically
believe.
fell apart.
And there's a lot of stuff going on. The guy who found them, he goes by SBF or something like that. His name is
He went on the run.
something BF. Like those are his initials or something like that. And yeah, they're saying he like ran to the Bahamas and they were trying to extradite him back to the U.S. I mean, it's honestly just a mess. If you read into it, it's crazy. We're not gonna be able to talk about everything, but
Yeah, y'all probably
just
heard
look
about
into
Tom
it.
Brady being involved with it.
Well, he was a sponsor, not a
Yeah.
sponsor, but he was they sponsored him.
Investor.
I don't know if he was a direct investor.
I heard that he had $600 million in
I saw some stuff about that, but then I went back
Yeah.
to find it later and I couldn't find it. But yeah, like him, he was in a commercial with for them, and Stephen Curry, Golden State Warriors. I mean, they've had a lot of famous people involved, and a lot of people have talked about them, said they were good. If you watch Shark Tank, Kevin O'Leary, Mr. Wonderful, he actually spoke really highly of the founder, the guy SBF, and he said, I believe it was Kevin O'Leary. He was saying that this guy is like the next JP Morgan or something like that. I don't know. It's a bunch of mess. Like, but the thing is, once you know people, I mean, you're kind of like, you know what I mean? You're just jumping the ladder. You know what I mean? It's like it's a big club and you ain't a part of it. But, so yeah, his parents are both big time lawyers or something like that.
Yeah.
I think it's Stanford or something along those lines. And his girlfriend's dad also is really big up. And also he was, again, this is according to like a lot of different sources. He was really involved with the SEC commissioner, Gary Gensler.
Mm-hmm. I heard about that.
And he's also made a lot of donations to the Democratic Party.
That's partly about voting.
And there's just a lot of crazy stuff going on
A lot of crazy.
with this exchange. Just look into it. I mean, it's honestly pretty wild. It's like, it's just was it House of Falling Cards or Falling House of Cards or something, whatever it is. either way, it's just this is going to continue to trickle, I think, for the next few weeks, and we're going to continue to see a lot of things. The crypto market and probably the stocks too might be affected by everything, and yeah, I mean it's pretty wild just because. And another thing like with it, GameStop, I love me some GameStop. They being FTX offered like a tokenized version of GameStop, right? So essentially, I could be misexplaining this, but this is, to my understanding, this is how it is. They apparently held the stock, right? So FTX owned GameStop stock, and they offered a tokenized version of that stock, right? So you don't have to have a stock, a broker like Ameritrade or something like that. You just have an account in this FTX, and you buy the GameStop token, right? And it's like a 1-to-1 ratio, right? You own one token, you own one share of GameStop. And they had a ton that they apparently owned. And it's, this is, again, still a lot of the stuff is coming out. They didn't own like anything at all.
That's crazy.
So people are buying this thinking that it's a 1-to-1, and they own nothing. And also with Bitcoin and Ethereum, I think they're saying that they basically own none. So, I mean, it's really wild. Read into it. FTX, you've probably heard about it.
I mean, money is what you make it, honestly.
I don't even know what that means.
It's just crazy stuff about all this money, just like imaginary, like all this, like who own, like this. The U.S. basically is in all this debt, like $30 trillion in debt. Like
something I don't know.
Like, I feel like this, like I guess earlier, like we're all like in a big orchestra, like a big old play. Like all these people knew what the heck was going on. You know what I'm saying? Somebody knew. There was definitely parties like intertwined, like partnerships.
A lot of people
was all set up.
A lot of people knew that all of this stuff was just teetering, and like everything was being held up by nothing essentially.
Yeah, and that's what I was saying earlier about voting. Like, I mean, personally, I'll just go and say it just because I don't really mind. I never voted. I've never voted. I'm in my late 20s, and I just, for some reason, I think the left wing and the right wing are like the same bird, basically. So like, whatever is gonna happen is gonna happen. Like, but what I wanted to talk about was, who do you think is gonna be, not like what president, but which party you think is gonna lead the next 4 years of presidency after these two? You think it's gonna be because nowadays you have Republican and they have Democrats. Like I guess they're the same bird. Like they're really close. But I think nowadays, like there because of certain agendas out there that you can tell, like they are separated. They want to divide and conquer. But what party do you think is going to be in the next 4 years?
I don't know. I mean, it's really hard to say. There's really no way. I think I'd be surprised if the Democrats win again. But then again, I don't know. The Republicans, yeah, I don't know. It's really hard to say.
So, yeah. Honestly,
I would be very surprised if Biden wins the next presidency, the midterms or whatever it is.
Yeah. Honestly, from whenever he first got to the office, I always thought their agenda was he was going to come in the office and then like he's going to have like some type of like mental impairment where like he just can't serve no more, and then the Harris would step up.
Yeah.
That's what
I think a lot of people thought that or said that. I mean,
it could still happen.
There's a lot of stuff with him, like a lot of videos of him like just not saying things correctly, and then I know that they
another video because
he or
like
they blamed it on stuttering and stuff. I don't know, just different things.
You believe in cloning?
What is that? What is that? Where did that even come from?
Because I mean, like one day he's belligerent and he can't even speak, and the next day he's.
Why would they clone him and then bring the belligerent one back?
Well, I haven't seen the silly or stupid one for a while. I haven't.
Oh, you're saying like that? You're saying people probably
thought
they cloned them, and I don't know.
But I do believe in cloning.
Yeah, I think the science is there. They've done it with animals in the past, or a animal. I think the first cloned animal was a sheep, and I believe the sheep's name was Dolly. I know it was a sheep. I think the sheep's name was Dolly, and that was the first confirmed cloning experiment, I believe, at least public knowledge.
All right, let me ask you this.
If it's not Dolly, it's close.
Well, I don't even know how I'd even word this question. Basically, I'm just saying, like, if you could have a book of all the information regarding land and, like, everything to do with it, like hills, valleys, lakes, or not, no, like hills, valley, anything to do with land.
Like a topographic map?
Oh, no, like, just like a encyclopedia of land.
Okay.
And then you already have encyclopedia of, like lakes, oceans, and rivers. Which would you prefer? And I mean, like, say like no conspiracy, like you could have literally all the information, so you would know like
You mean like
all the
this
land.
consists of information that is not actually even known right now? This is
Yeah.
gonna be information that's magically in this book.
Yeah,
I'd choose the water.
you choose the water one.
Yeah, it's way more. There's way more. So there's gonna be way more you'll learn or way more you'll be able to do. You pick land?
I'll pick land.
No, that doesn't make any sense. One, because there's been less ocean, discovered or explored
Yes, yeah.
as a whole, like even as a percentage. You know what I mean? There's less ocean that's been explored than land.
Yeah, just
So I think it would just make more sense. I mean, it'd probably be a while before all the ocean's explored.
yeah. I only said it or asked the question because, like, we can go any which way with this conversation, but I mean, sometimes I think there's more land than there actually is out there.
What do you mean?
Like the other day, I heard a conspiracy about like I've never been to Grand Canyon, but the Grand Canyon, what's that? The Colorado River that runs through it.
I don't know.
Yeah, we never been over there in that part of the U.S. Basically, that river, that Grand Canyon, leads to Egypt.
I saw something weird about that. I didn't read into it
And
because I don't know.
This is just me, and I'll always say I'm.
How would that be a conspiracy though? Is that not something you could
It's
verify?
a flat Earth.
Oh my gosh!
That's the big thing.
You're
The
saying
way that the countries that we see it, like this, I think it's not like that. I think it's literally like around. Like, so you have Africa right here, you got North America. I don't know. It's just
you're saying you can see how you're saying you actually believe in this, or are you just explaining this to me?
I believe in a flat Earth.
Yeah.
Honestly, I'm 51% believe in a flat Earth and 49% in a round Earth. So I'm more so flat.
First of all, those numbers are just weird. Second off, I don't know how you could have any percentage
Because
in flat
I don't
Earth.
believe in
It
either
doesn't make
one.
sense.
I don't believe in either one.
You don't believe in either one.
But if I had to say one, I would have to say a flat Earth.
If
Because
you don't believe in either, then which one? What's the other option?
I believe in the flat Earth. I believe there potentially may be more land that we don't know about.
What does that have to do with being a flat Earth? What is there being more land that we're unaware of or haven't learned about have anything to do with the flat Earth?
Because there's more. Say for instance, there is a round Earth, right? And the continents are in the way that I told you about, like almost like a sphere, and around
A sphere, which is a circle, which is a globe.
No, I meant like the way that design is. Instead of it being flat like that, it's actually like more bundled together. And basically, Antarctica is around flat. So, and all the way around the North Pole and the South Pole is actually all poles. And then outside of that, outside of Antarctica, like whenever the ice, whatever it is, there's more land on the outside of the wall. I don't know.
Exactly.
But I can't. I've never.
Where'd you
never
come up with that? I mean, I don't know.
The moon landing just doesn't seem real to me.
Okay, so now you're saying something else. What does the moon landing have anything to do with the round Earth or flat Earth? You're talking about the moon. Why you're jumping? What does the moon have to do with the Earth?
Well, it has everything to do with the Earth.
How? What I'm saying in the sense that we're talking about round or flat Earth. What does the moon have to do with? Like those are two separate things. Flat Earth and the moon landing being fake.
My big thing is it's a big play. Like I said, my big thought for the day is everything. It's like a big orchestra. Okay.
Okay.
Basically, we're just being lied. We're being lied to. In terms of it being like a round or flat Earth or whatever else we just mentioned.
So for the round or flat Earth, I could see the moon landing stuff. It's a different conversation. But the flat Earth stuff, what's there gained? Like what is to be gained from lying about the Earth and its shape or its form?
I think what to be gained is the thought of there being a round Earth. I think leans more to the thought of like there is a possibility of being extra life out there. Whereas if it was a flat Earth and we all believe it was just us in this big old universe, or as we thought, then you would have to believe in a God to an extent. You had to believe like if it's just us here and there's nobody else in the world, like I mean,
I don't get it.
It's gotta be a creator. Someone just created just us, just this right here. There's nothing else there. Like it was a round Earth. Just we're in the Milky Way. There's thousands of galaxies. Like it's just.
So
endless.
you're saying a flat Earth, it means that God exists more likely? I'm confused.
Yeah, to an extent.
But why? I don't get it.
I don't know. That's just the way that I feel.
It-
more like we're like almost like in a dome to an extent.
I
Like
mean,
the sun,
you've
the
flown,
moon, the stars are all in space, but there's like a glass ceiling basically, and we can't exit that glass ceiling.
and you're saying, I mean, I understand the picture you're painting. I just
Mhm.
don't understand though. I've never understood like the
I understand, but I don't understand.
I understand what the picture you're painting, but I don't get the point, and I don't get your perspective, my understanding.
Well, it's not for you to really get. That's the whole thing.
That's what I'm trying to understand, though. That's the
Yeah.
whole point. That's
Well,
what I'm
I mean,
asking.
What do you not get? I just think there's so
doesn't
much
make
information
sense.
that's
The-
manipulated, and
I get that all that
and-
makes sense. I understand the
it could
fact there's
easily
manipulated
it could easily just be
information.
a flat Earth.
I understand there's faked information. I understand there's conspiracies that are most likely probably true,
Yeah.
but I don't understand the logic behind a flat Earth. Like, it just doesn't make sense to me. Like, there's not enough. There aren't any arguments that make sense that we're being lied to about a flat Earth. I mean, you've flown to California a few times. You've flown to Europe a few times. What does it look like? I mean, it kind of doesn't look flat to me when I've been on
It's
a
so
plane.
fucking big.
Exactly.
You can't see.
You kind of can see a
There's
curvature.
no.
Are you serious? You're the one laughing. Yeah.
You know how big the United States is? It's massive.
What is
right?
the United States? I'm not talking about the United States. What does that have to do with anything?
Because the United States is really so small compared to land. That's only 25% of the rest of being water because there's a Earth like that. So I'm saying, like, if you're in a plane,
You know, the United States is
if
actually
you're
way
in a-
bigger than a lot of places in Europe.
I know that all of Europe can fit in the United States.
I don't know about
that.
all of it.
Yes, all of Europe.
Is
Because
can all of it?
Asia is separate from Europe.
Oh, I didn't know that. Asia
Okay.
is separate than Europe.
Okay, so what I'm saying is, even if you're in a overnight like a double decker 707 Boeing like high in the air, there's no way you're gonna look forward and see curve. There's so much. In front of you.
There's plenty of experiments that show you the Earth curves.
No way.
There's experiments. I'm not even talking about the plane thing. The plane thing, you could definitely see a slight curvature in the plane. And there's, like I said, there's experiments. You've I think you'd like to think this.
No.
But I think you want. I think the thing is here, you want to believe there's a flat Earth for whatever reason. I don't know why. Like, it's fun to you or something like that. This is kind of like one of the earlier podcasts we talked about him like rooting against the team that the family's rooting against just to mess with everyone. Like, he's like, yeah, like everyone wants to root on this team. He's like, yeah, the other team, and just to mess with everyone. I think that's what this is.
I will say that I do like to be on the side at times where at least majority are, because people sometimes like to just go where the crowd is. I was talking to somebody the other day, and they were like, "Oh, we could just join them." I was like, well, "Why? Because we can't fucking beat them?" Something like that. Like, why do you just have to, just join, or like just believe just because somebody else believes, But,
Either way,
nah,
I don't think
just-
you've actually researched it, because if you have,
I
there's
just know for
plenty of-
1,000.
there's-
I put so much money on it. I've been in a plane several times. From my experience that I've had, my personal experience, I've been in planes and I've looked. I have never ever seen curvation.
curvation.
I'm making up words now because we're making up damn statements about you can see curve. You've been in how many planes in your life, and you're talking about you can see stuff?
How many planes have I been in? Actually,
Yeah, you include the
You
ones
want
that
me
you
to
had when
count?
you were younger that you had no memory of,
okay.
and the ones that he does remember.
Hold on. Okay, when we went to Massachusetts when we were kids, that's back and forth.
Okay,
It's
but you
two.
don't remember looking out the window.
You just said what it didn't matter.
I'm just saying you
And then we
you
went
never
to-
seen
okay.
any curve.
Whatever. I don't count those. Okay, we went to Puerto Rico, so we went to Florida, and then Puerto Rico, and then back. So that was 4 flights, and I went to Mexico and back. So I've been on 6 flights. I haven't been on that many, but
And at all those times you've been, did you look out the window
every time
and you actually saw like some curve?
I saw aliens too. No, I have seen a spaceship before though. I don't know if I've ever said it on the podcast. 100% have seen a spaceship, and I wasn't. I was
Man,
in my 100% right mind. If you want to like think,
I don't
anything
care
weird.
if you're 27, 17, or 77. If you come across some information, hear it, listen to it, but don't always believe it.
We say that all the time.
We always say, I'm saying it again.
I mean, they
your
don't
own
have to
research.
believe me. They don't have to believe. Well,
I don't want you to believe us either. I'm just saying, like, just always question reality. Like, literally.
Question reality.
Yeah,
Sounds
question
very
question your ego, question everything. You know, like
Okay. Anyways, you can see. I think you can kind of see a slight curve. Whatever. But that's beside the point. There's definitely plenty of experiments
this
that
man ain't questioning nothing.
there's plenty of experiments that show the Earth is a globe. Whatever. That's something else. You can look it up. I'll look it up more.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
just
I don't
my
really need
thought.
to.
I just don't believe in either. I believe more so it's a flat than it is round.
There you
That's-
go. If you
yeah.
ever need to know what he believes in for the Earth and the shape,
I believe dogs are better than cats.
me too.
Let's go.
German Shepherds.
German Shepherd game for real. You already know what's going on.
And then I don't know what's next. I think
Well, we're gonna talk
I
about
like
the World Cup
I'm
now.
talking about my dog. I'm talking about dogs. I'm talking about listing them. I like Rottweilers.
Rottweilers.
Yeah.
What about Chihuahuas? I would
Not
never own a
really. We have a
Chihuahua.
mixed Chihuahua. He's mixed with I think Jack Russell or
I think it's Jack Russell.
something. He's a little weenie dog. We talked about him before.
Yeah,
He's funny looking.
funny boy named Spot.
He does look like a
Like a spot.
bunch of spots.
Yeah, we've had lots of dogs, lots of pets.
Not lots of dogs. You make it sound like we just have. I don't know.
We have 6 dogs alive right now living.
Yeah, we have.
That's a lot of dogs.
You said we've had.
No, we have.
We do have currently 6 dogs.
That's what I said. You rewind it. Yeah, 6.
Anyways,
We've had at least 6 more in our lifetime.
not that many.
Zoro, Sheba. That's
Coco.
3. Coco, that's 4.
It's 4 dogs.
That during your middle childhood, I bet you there was more than when you were teen. What about the one
No.
Chiquita?
It's not that many.
Other dogs.
Anyways,
Dog.
FTX. What else were we talking about? What else? We talked about your soccer.
We're talking about,
You can do some FIFA stuff now.
fighting at FIFA
So
stuff.
next week, World Cup starts. Is it Monday or Sunday?
6 days from today, Ecuador is taking on Qatar in the first game of the World Cup on Sunday.
It is Sunday.
Sunday.
Okay.
Ecuador going down.
You think so?
No, I don't know. But I have some friends from Ecuador, though, and I'm going to actually message them now that I think about
It
it.
seems like Ecuador's going to lose. Watch them.
Yeah.
That's what,
They're
see?
from Ecuador.
That's what he's going to do.
You got to talk crap to people that are from someplace. Like,
Nah.
everyone's going to talk crap about USA. They're like,
Actually,
yeah,
now
yeah,
you say
okay.
that, when I was a freshman in high school, there was a foreign exchange student. He was a senior, and he actually was from Ecuador. His name was Wilson. Do you remember him?
Yeah, I remember him.
He was all right. He didn't pass the ball ever.
Yeah, ball hog.
He was okay. He didn't run either. He just kind of
Stayed in the same spot until he got the ball.
dribbled.
Yeah. But yeah, he sent me a TikTok.
Oh, I
video
did
or
the
some
spaceship.
video.
I was talking about the spaceship.
Yeah, we were talking about
That's
spaceship.
what I was, and you made me mess up. I have seen the spaceship though, 100%. But it was, so let me say it real quick. Think of like a plane like this, right? Just a flap. Think of this is a plane.
What do you mean? What do you mean a plane?
Let me
a
speak.
flat Earth.
Stop. think of like a 1 mile by 1 mile grid or square.
Think of like
Right.
an airport area.
Just stop for a second. A 1 mile by 1 mile grid, right? Land, right? That's a plane.
A farm.
Stop. And then you go up in the atmosphere, right? Vertically you go up, right?
That's a mountain.
Another plane. So here's the plane that I was standing on, laying on, which was the ground, earth, and this is the plane, which is the sky, right? Here's the air and everything in between. Clouds, all this right here, everything. Right? So picture this is the clouds that I'm seeing. So this is what happened. Here's a spaceship. I don't see it yet, right? Because this is the plane that I'm seeing. All of a sudden it shot down like this. You could, like, that was the motion of what it looked like.
Everybody get a photo of it.
It went whoosh, out of nowhere, like it just came down like this, and it shot across the sky so fast, faster than anything I've ever seen, I swear to God. And then it just shot back up and disappeared. It had lights too.
Green lights.
They were purple, I think. That
Whoa.
part I'm not too clear on. I think they were purple lights.
How old were you when this happened?
18. No.
Were you drinking at all?
I said earlier I was not. I was.
Yeah, you were sober. Just checking in.
Yes, I was a completely clear mind. I had nothing.
Yeah, no, I've heard
And it
stories.
was late at night. It was dark, and legitimately, I was looking up in the sky, and then, and it wasn't just me. Someone else was there. They saw it too. So
Yeah, I've heard
Verifiable.
stories just as convincing about people saying
just
they
as convincing, huh?
people telling me.
They're real. Whatever. Anyways, Qatar, Ecuador, World Cup next Sunday. That wasn't that funny.
Oh man,
I don't think it's funny
Well,
at
yeah.
all, actually.
he sent me a funny video today actually about the World Cup.
All the fake
And
fans.
it had all the fans like bunch of Middle Eastern people wearing like one particular. So they're wearing Argentina jersey, and it was like about 5,200. They were like cheering, like yeah,
It was way more than that.
Messi, Messi, Messi.
Yeah, it was like it's because I don't know if this is. I doubt this has been said, but people are speculating that the Qatar government or whoever, whatever, is paying citizens, money to like act like fans.
I mean, I wouldn't be surprised.
I mean, you should go look it up. Just type in fake soccer fans Qatar or something like that. You'll find.
Yeah,
Just,
you'll
you can
see
think
a
of
bunch of
some
people-
keywords.
Yeah, it was wild to see like, but the World Cup is in Qatar, and it is expensive to get there. So I'm thinking the majority of the fans this World Cup will be
Just wait until we
like
see the matches.
Middle Eastern.
They're gonna zoom in on people. They might not actually, just for that simple fact that they know this. Like, I mean, this is just a shitty World Cup all around. Everyone's already said that. The guy, I don't know if he was the president of
Yeah,
the FIFA organization or whatever, but he said it was a mistake or something like that, or
Yep.
he used to be. I don't know. Look it up or something like that. It
Yeah,
was him.
his name was Joseph something.
It was that guy. He
Yeah.
was saying it was a mistake to have it there or something. Yeah.
He said after the fact, but I mean,
No, yeah, because he doesn't have anything to do with it anymore.
yeah, I mean, it was all money push. You
That's
know,
what it is. That's money makes the world go around. Everything about this is money, money, money.
money. Yep.
FTX, Gary Gensler, SEC. The thing too with them is they were trying to Gary Gensler was trying to give the SBF that guy SBF. I cannot remember his whole
Time
name.
to withdraw stuff.
No, he was giving him. They're trying to give him legal clarity or legal ways to go about doing stuff.
Man,
It's really messed up.
all
Just
I-
keep looking. Just looking at that.
I mean, I will say this about that: if the Dow Jones has actually popped its bubble, then we are going to go down. Like, basically, I saw a chart the other day, and it had like the 1929 recession, and it was compared to like the chart that we've had since 2002.
Yeah, but that's the thing. A lot of people, anytime you try to compare charts, you compare like.
but I'm just
things.
saying, that's why I said if it goes down, you're gonna see a lot of people
You're gonna
lose
see.
a lot of money. You're gonna hear about it. You're gonna be able to. You're gonna hear about it. I was about to say you don't even taste it.
So you might taste it.
Maybe eating the same food every single night for dinner.
Yeah, you might taste it then.
Yeah.
So is there a game every day
Yes.
when the
World Cup,
World Cup starts?
yes.
It's every single
You don't
day.
remember watching World Cup growing up? We watched it every single day.
I'm just trying to remember. I mean,
the group
either way
stages,
it's different.
There's
So hold
up to
on.
4 games a day.
That was funny that he said that. So he said the thing about the stock charts now and then, and I was like, past stuff is not indicative of a future, whatever, right?
Mhm.
And look at the soccer, perfect example. World Cup never been in the fall, never been in the winter, whatever. It's always been in the summer or the first half of the year. Here we are, end of the year.
Mhm.
So who's there to say that the way they play the games aren't going to be different too?
I mean, because the tournament's still a tournament. It's still
Yeah, but they could still do it a little
organized
bit
the same
different.
way. No, I mean they
They
could.
could.
They could, yeah, but they're not. It's still the same number of teams going. Still the same elimination setup.
Yeah.
But I will say this though: the next World Cup that's held in the United States, Mexico, and Canada in 2026. That's gonna be the first World Cup that actually has 40 teams. I think.
What is it usually?
I think it's 32.
They're doing 40.
So they're bringing 8 extra teams for. I don't even know how they're gonna run it. Like there's gonna some teams are gonna have to play more because they're like in a lower bracket or they need to. Yeah, because it's 40. Think about it, how you gonna break it down like that. Like
They're just
40 and half get eliminated. What are you gonna get 20? No, you need
they wouldn't play more
16.
just because they're in the lower bracket. I don't think they're just
There's gonna be like an extra elimination run. I think.
yeah,
Yeah. So that's an extra game in the lower bracket because you're.
but not extra because you're just in the lower bracket. I think everyone will have one more game than they would normally have had.
I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah,
But-
we'll see.
Yeah, we'll see. But yeah, honestly, I mean, I know I said Argentina was gonna be my favorite to win, and you said yours was
Who I want to win?
yeah,
If I could pick,
yes.
and they for sure winning, Mexico would be
Well,
my first pick.
Mine would be USA.
For your first pick,
Yeah, if I could actually pick it and for sure make it like that, yeah,
you pick the USA.
yeah.
Why?
It'll put U.S. soccer on a pedestal in front of the whole world, saying, "Hey, we're here." Like knowing everyone will be coming to the MLS to try to get a contract instead of going to a team in Europe.
Messi, if Messi actually comes to Miami,
There's gonna be so much money coming to Miami. With
he's gonna dude. They're gonna make a lot of money.
A lot of money.
Because people who, I mean, everyone, even if they don't really watch soccer, you hear the name Messi.
Here's
you
the
know
you
who
want
he
to go watch
is.
this game.
Yeah.
Like
So that'd be
whenever
crazy.
Ronaldo went back to Manchester United this previous season,
Mhm.
ticket prices went up
I don't doubt it.
because of him, because the name he brings.
Yeah.
People just want to see Ronaldo before he retires.
Mexico. And then my second choice,
Damn, I put
It'd be
USA
between-
over Argentina.
it'd be between Argentina and Japan. I just love Japan.
Japan's nice. I ain't never been.
Me neither.
Heck yeah, I'm trying to go to Tokyo. Yeah, honestly, his aspirations for always wanting to go there since we were little has always sparked my interest in going there as well. I mean, hopefully he goes there before me.
I don't know.
But hey, if I
I'm
get
actually
opportunity
scared
to
of
go,
planes.
I'm
We talked about planes earlier. I'm actually scared to
Yeah.
fly. I don't like
He's one
it.
of the.
I don't know what this is, but
Come
anyway.
on now, what do you think that is, boy? Stop playing.
Oh, see, now he's doing a little too much. Let him know. Yeah, I don't know. I just don't. And the thing is, that
Yeah.
plane that was like 13 hours total.
Well, there ain't no way. The only other way you get in there is by.
You take a
multiple ways.
cruise,
You got a
a
car.
cruise to Europe,
got a
and then a
boat.
train to further part, and then another
Just go
plane.
to sleep on the plane. You wake up, you'll have like 10 more hours to go.
Yeah, I don't know.
That's far. That's a far.
I think you go from Atlanta to Texas, or Atlanta to Cali, and then from Cali or Texas to Japan from there, something like that.
Yeah, it's not even flat Earth traveling right there.
If it was a flat Earth, we just, I don't know. Could you travel differently if the Earth is flat?
Hey, wild.
What? I asked the question.
Oh, you would? Oh, no. You travel the same way. That's where we're traveling now.
Okay.
Nothing would change. Speaking of change, you know what needs to change? We the people. We gotta stand up against a tyranny.
Oh, I don't know about that.
No, but for real though, we gotta stand up for what we believe in, man. And then sometimes you gotta stand up for yourself.
There you go. Words of inspiration here. Episode 20 of the podcast. What you looking over here for?
Seeing the time.
It's 42. We're at
That's
42
about right.
minutes.
That's straight. That's a good little video. Episode 20.
So next week, 21, our first guest will be on the podcast. Tyler Gwynn. You should know who he is. If you don't, you will.
Stay tuned.
Yeah, I mean, at least he should be. He said he was. He said he would do it next week. I was trying to say, dude, just do it tonight. And he's like, I'm not ready. I was like, that's why you should have answered the phone earlier.
Yeah.
He's like, I still wouldn't be ready.
Yeah. Honestly, I'm excited for it. It'd be good to get him on. You know what I'm saying? Just to
And then
chat with him a little bit.
talk. Yeah, I don't know if he'll be on the whole time or just I guess kind of just figure it out, learn.
We'll,
You know,
we'll
we
call him
gotta-
at the beginning and then go
yeah,
from there.
go from there. We kind of like just gotta grow and figure out
Yeah,
what we do. Because again, our original goal for the podcast, we want to just talk and obviously talk, but like develop or grow or like help people develop and or grow. Men specifically, yeah. So I guess like have guests that,
But they're not only gonna be men guests.
No, I know. I'm talking about people like researchers. My aspect, or excuse me, my point of view from this was like having people who are researchers in whatever field or topic, and obviously research it beforehand, but talk to them. Understand like the methodology behind something or whatever the case is. I don't
Big
know.
word.
We're still figuring it out, but yeah, that's what we kind of have planned for the future.
Yeah. So stay tuned. If you guys have been with us from episode 1, we appreciate it. If you guys are just joining us, what's up? I hope you stay along the whole journey, however long it may be. Well, yep. Episode 21 next week. Gonna have our first guest, TG. Until then, peace.